Seriously, man, sick of shit since Fatal Frame. It was creepy. Really creepy. But, you gonna make it over here? Can you come over? You wanna come over? Dude, look, I'll come up this weekend. We'll burn it solid. I'll see you this weekend. Like...
That's right, a new game, Stay Alive. Will you stay alive while playing Stay Alive? You'd better. This is Will, and this is a video game movie which delivers. And any fan of movies in general, and specifically when we focus on video game-based movies, we know they're not exactly the best. There's, it seems to be a disconnect between a video game being produced as a film, and it could be a really good game. It could be a great game that people love to play. When it's translated into a film, something's lost in translation. Now we think, of course, vintage movies like the old Super Mario's Brother film with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins. And that was a bit of a bomb. I guess we all can remember. And then we look at Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is doing very well, has done well. It spawned 2 installments, I believe. And it's going strong. It's very popular. And even World of Warcraft, even that film based on the video game, has done incredibly well. But supposedly next year, Chris Pratt is starring in a new Super Mario Brothers. So hopefully, I'm sure that will be much more of a hit, much more embraced, lovingly embraced. But for tonight, for your gamer Will here, usually I'm your sci-fi guy, and I'm your gamer. But for our purposes, Stay Alive is not a movie based on a video game. It's a movie based on a video game theme, or say horror thriller video games. Survival horror video games. So it's not, a translation of a video game into a movie. It's a movie based around the concepts and the themes of playing horror video games. So what exactly is Stay Alive? A little of the backstory. This is from the wiki, 2006 American supernatural horror film. The film was produced by Joseph Nickel and released in March of 2006. It was the first film in 5 years released by Hollywood Pictures, and also it's Disney's only horror film to date, not counting those from Dimension, nor those inherited from 20th Century Fox catalog. Of course, since Disney they absorbed, like the Borg, Hollywood Pictures and 20th Century Fox, so they got, and Dimension. I'm sorry, not Hollywood Pictures. Disney absorbed and Borgified Dimension Films and 20th Century Fox. So, that's right. And Hollywood Pictures is just that's been a Disney company for years. So this is the only horror film that Disney actually produced, I guess, from their own company, not, taking, again, when they buy and acquire a company like Dimension or 20th Century Fox. So it's pretty unusual, and it's a landmark for, to be released, and it was released in 2006. So going on 17 years. It'll be 17 years soon. So basically, it's a bunch of gamers, a bunch of friends who love to play video games, and they find a new one, as in the opener, a new game called Stay Alive. And they're very excited. They start to play it. They love it, and they get obsessed. I know for me, there were 2 video games I was obsessed. I used to love to play lots of video games. Okay, just name them. And then I loved my Sega and my Atari, my Sega Master System, my Sega Genesis. And then I loved my Dreamcast and my PlayStation. Fine. But for me, in terms of true obsessions, I loved Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. I used to play that for hours. Okay. So Soul Calibur is a martial arts game. Excuse me. But in terms... wow, I need some water. In terms of the actual, horror and thematic sort of similarity to, say, a Stay Alive, I used to love 2 horror games, and that was Diablo and The Dark Eye. Now, The Dark Eye was really special. That was based on Edgar Allan Poe, the Edgar Allan Poe shorts, his work. And you went through this really creepy haunted mansion, and you discovered, creatures and stuff from Poe, and then they would sort of blur and merge into, say, the Telltale Heart, or the Cask of Amontillado, Bernice. It was just I wish I could play that again. It was awesome. I guess I can. I mean, I don't know if they have translations for more modern laptops, and they probably do. Anyway, the point is that, and then Diablo, of course, was a great, and I think a new version's coming out any day, or it might have. I think it's ready to be released. And then there was the expansion set, Lord of Destruction. So I really know what it's like to be obsessed over video games. I would play Diablo for days, and on the weekend, I would just come home, have dinner on a Friday night, play it all night, play it all Saturday, and play it most of Sunday. And that was kind of pathetic, but I loved it. And I would play with all my friends, and we would have, we would revive each other with spells if we died and went back into the game. So I can relate, and anyone can sort of relate, a gamer who, loves these games. So this group of friends discovers the game, and they can't play anything else. And slowly but surely they realize something's wrong, because their friends start dying. And when the bodies are discovered, they are placed in the exact same position and way, manner of death as they died in Stay Alive. So it's just such a great original idea, so creepy and so well executed. The cast is wonderful. And one of my favorites is Mr. Adam Goldberg, and he's a great actor. You've seen him in so many things, I'm sure. He was currently he's starring opposite Queen Latifah on The Equalizer, the new version of that. And he was like a runner-up for Ross on Friends. I think he was maybe second or third. So David Schwimmer got it. But if not, Adam Goldberg would have been Ross. And they brought him on as Joey's roommate for a while, when I guess Chandler and he had, sort of broken up as roommates. And so he came on as Joey's roommate for like 2 or 3 episodes, and he was excellent. Anyway, so he's in it. He's really good, and the effects are great. And again, that entire sort of concept of playing an obsessive, being obsessed of a video game, and then it sort of overtakes you, and it's not too good for everybody involved. When it came out, it was very negatively received. It was incredibly negatively received. But now, reading the wiki, despite its initial negative reception, Stay Alive has been regarded by some in the years since as a cult classic horror movie, and I would have to agree. It's just the theme, the execution, everything about it is first rate. And this is exciting. You ready? In August of 2022, just a couple months ago, it was revealed that developments for a potential sequel film are ongoing. The filmmaker states that creatives are trying very hard to make another one, and I wish you guys luck, because I'm shocked that it never was made into a full-on franchise. Now, it didn't make much money. The budget back in the day was $20 million, which is pretty big for a horror thriller film, and it made 27.1, which it made back its money. It's sort of respectable, but usually they to double or far more than that. So I guess maybe that was one of the reasons. Who knows? There you go, my friends. Not much else to say. As we like to say, taste of tea. You just got to taste it. You got to, watch it. Stay Alive. It's excellent. It's available on pretty much all the streamers. And my buddy Eddie recommended this. Thank you, Eddie, because it's excellent. And my buddy Tom purchased the film and generously allowed me to view it. So that's how I'm seeing it. That's how I watched it. Eddie recommended. Tom brought it into my life, which is really cool. And Eddie was just talking about it like the day before. And then all of a sudden, Tom purchased it, which was really kind of spooky. I don't know if the spirits of Stay Alive are working, but sounds like they are. And I hope you're working to listen to our stuff and read our stuff on Sci-Fi Guy. Please subscribe if you have not. It's always free. We're always free. If not, you got the paid people. You have the $4.99, which you have exclusives. You've got things that the freebies, that the cheapies, that your cheapos, free people don't get. So either or, come aboard and keep, sending us feedback and messages, and go watch Stay Alive, because you'll like it. You'll love it. We'll see you soon.